So on paper, the Chicago Sky are out of their minds to let Chennedy Carter walk. But that's exactly what's happening, because they could have extended a qualifying offer for her, given, her free agent status. Instead, they declined to, which makes her an unrestricted free agent, which is them telling you they don't want her back.
In addition to being dismissed from the Chicago skyline, Chennedy Carter is currently embroiled in a contentious argument with Angel Reese. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark appears to be thriving despite the turmoil. So, what caused this incredible fallout?
Chennedy Carter is gone from the Sky. The Sky are not keeping Chennedy Carter. And the GM has basically said that, the way they fired Teresa Weatherspoon, and a lot of it was because we thought, they were kind of, catering too much to Angel. Which, to be fair,
although Carter's potential is undeniable, the Chicago Sky have formally decided to part ways with him, ending what many had hoped would be a promising chapter for the talented but divisive player. During her time with the Sky, Carter was plagued by reports of attitude.
It is officially official. Chennedy Carter is an unrestricted free agent in the WNBA. The Chicago Sky opt to not extend a qualifying offer to her, and right now she is on the market and is free and available to go wherever she wants.
Despite its difficulty, the choice highlights Chicago's emphasis on creating a supportive locker room environment, which they consider essential to success. With Carter teasing Angel for missing layups, his feisty demeanor apparently turned into a double-edged blade. This clip is now 10 times funnier overall.
All right, thanks everyone.
Got an all-star right here.
And this is an all-star. This should have been an all-star.
According to team sources, her arguments with teammates and staff had escalated to the point where they were affecting team morale and chemistry for a team that prides itself on professionalism and unity. The leadership of the Sky felt compelled to put harmony and long-term objectives first, even if it meant severing ties with a player of her caliber.
According to multiple league sources, players were unhappy with the dynamic created in the locker room last year due to Carter's behavior, which went unchecked by former coach Teresa Weatherspoon. There was concern within the team regarding how re-signing Carter would impact the Sky's chances of landing other free agents. Now, it gets into what the coach said, but not the specifics, right? This is the specifics of what he said. Chennedy had an incredible season for us last year, Pagliocca said in a statement provided to the Sun-Times. She's extremely talented and is a player that can impact the game at the highest level in our league. We absolutely appreciate all she did for our team last year. However, we've made changes to our staff and will make changes to our roster. Those changes impact Kennedy's fit on the team, so we wanted to give her the best opportunity.
Her departure wasn't the end of the fallout in an unexpected way. In a contentious social media exchange, Carter publicly criticized her now former teammate Angel Reese, venting her concerns in a way that has generated intense discussion. Carter seemed to be making fun of Reese's game by adding, "At least I can make layups." This was a direct reference to Reese's inability to consistently convert close-range shots, even though she is known for her perseverance on the boards, which results in an astounding number of rebounds. Her offensive inconsistency near the rim has generated conversation among both fans and pundits.
Chennedy Carter has called out Angel Reese in a huge Twitter crash out, which is mad. Which is absolutely mad. Like, she is gone from the Sky, and it seems like she has called out Angel Reese.
The basketball community is split on the comment. Some others think Carter's remarks are pointless and unsporting, raising doubts about her readiness to accept responsibility for her own problems. Others interpret it as a ferocious reaction from a player attempting to protect herself in the face of mounting criticism. Instead of publicly escalating the problem, Angel Reese has decided to concentrate on improving her game and demonstrating her value on the court.
We have some drama going on with the Chicago Sky. I'm not sure this is surprising to anybody. And this time it's involving Chennedy Carter. Now, you guys know I'm not the biggest Chennedy Carter fan, but the one thing that I can acknowledge, she is pure offense, no doubt about it, and was a spark plug for that Chicago Sky team. And if you're a Chicago Sky fan, you sit back and I think to myself, man, the combination of Chennedy Carter and Camila Cardoso is going to be lethal this season. Except it's not. The Chicago Sky are they're letting Chennedy Carter go. All right? Letting her go. And of course, she's had issues involving locker room behavior before, right? Which is sort of the sentiment that's out there right now. But I caution that sentiment. Just one memento por favor, all right? Let's caution that and take a deep breath, because maybe she's frustrated for other...
Although Caitlin Clark hasn't made any public comments regarding the Carter case, it seems as though she is observing the drama from a distance and possibly taking in the show. Fans of Reese' feud have conjectured that, considering her competitive past with players like Rays, Clark, who performs well under duress and in controversial situations, would find some humor in the chaos that is developing.
It was just like the next
Kenny, can you answer the mic?
JJ knocked me down?
No, you don't understand.
Oh, you go check the film. JJ knocked me down. She didn't get a flagrant one. Yeah, she got a regular foul. It was the same thing. It was the same thing. But we can't pick and choose what players take flagrant fouls and flagrant ones. Oh, 100%. I was just trying to No, go check the clip. It's the same thing. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
As for Carter, the road ahead is uncertain. Her undeniable talent may earn her another chance elsewhere, but it will be difficult to rebuild her reputation and demonstrate that she can work as a team. The Chicago Sky's decision to cut ties with Carter was a bold move that signals their commitment to building a culture of respect and teamwork. The team is already looking to fill the void left by her departure with players who align with their vision and values.
It's just when people try and spin my words as if like I'm talking about other players. I don't have to talk about other players because I believe that, I'm one of the best players in the world. And I've shown that multiple times, no matter if it was 8 minutes or 38 minutes, So as far as that, yeah, I just think that sometimes people take things too far to the wrong extent, try and bring up people that have nothing to do with me.
Chennedy Carter's contentious actions went beyond her problems in the locker room and onto the floor as well. During the previous season, Carter would not respond to inquiries on Caitlin Clark, a rising star who has enthralled the WNBA and increased the league's profile. Carter's contemptuous behavior towards Clark sparked outrage, particularly...
She turned to you a little bit after the FIBA
I
score.
didn't answer no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything. That's enough.
Clark's ability to captivate viewers with her abilities has had an indisputable impact on the league. The WNBA has never been more well-known thanks to her charisma and advocacy. She has not only improved her own game, but also motivated her peers by using her platform to advocate for increased player pay and greater respect for women's basketball. The majority of players have joined this movement because they understand how important unity is to advancing the league. However, Carter didn't seem interested in supporting that vision. Many fans were left with a bad taste in their mouths by Carter's refusal to recognize Clark's contributions or even to show basic respect on the court.
See, what the women were trying to say is that because we're talking about Caitlin Clark, it diminishes what Lisa Leslie, what Cheryl Swoop, no, it does not. They did that, and it cannot be taken away. You can praise Patrick Mahomes without diminishing Tom Brady. Give that woman her props, because she brought more eyes than anybody in the history that's ever played in the league, whether you like it or not. Look at the sales. It speaks for themselves. Y'all make it seem like the girl was a bum, but y'all still want to talk this foolishness. She deserved to be on the Olympic team, and you can't convince me otherwise. But now you ain't saying, she's playing really well. That ain't what you were saying then. Y'all know who I'm talking to. I ain't gonna call your name, but you know who you were. Caitlin Clark is the real deal.
Now that Carter is no longer a member of the Chicago Sky and her future in the league is in doubt, it is unclear if she will change her perspective and support the WNBA's group objectives, or if she will keep going in a direction that distances her from colleagues and supporters. In the meantime, Caitlin Clark is becoming more and more influential as she strives to leave a lasting legacy for the league as a whole, not just for herself. The whole situation surrounding Carter's fallout with the Chicago Sky has descended into chaos, igniting discussions throughout the WNBA community about everything from her locker room problems to her openly making fun of her former teammate Angel Reese for missing layups. In the midst of all this drama, you can't help but imagine Caitlin Clark someplace, living her stress-free existence and watching the Chicago Sky implode from a distance, because Carter has put all the blame entirely on herself.
Call you the female version of Steph Curry, or do I need to call Steph Curry the male version of Caitlin Clark? I mean, which one is it? Which one is it?
I think I'll just be the female version of Steph Curry.
The irony of seeing a former competitor like Carter make fun of Ree over layups while they played together for the entire season must be amusing to someone as competitive as Clark. Despite her reputation for dominating the rebound, Angel Reese has come under fire for her inability to complete close-range shots. Carter's public insult on his ability to make layups was needless and inappropriate, adding to the chaos in a team that was already struggling with internal strife. Fans are left wondering how Carter will succeed in a new setting since she couldn't get along with teammates like Reese last season. It's a move that feels petty and highlights Carter's difficulties navigating relationships both on and off the court.
Tweeted out, I think the ability to consistently make layups just puts anyone in a different tier. So important to score easy. And look, I get it. We were watching Unrivaled yesterday and Dejanay was missing layups. Kate Martin was missing layups. Like, it was really bad in that second game yesterday. But still, what player is notorious for missing layups?
In addition to dealing with the fallout from this messy saga, Carter's departure, and these public spats have put the organization in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Next, there is Caitlin Clark, an athlete who has spent the last year advancing the WNBA by pushing for greater visibility, higher compensation, and stunning on the court with her generational talent. Clark has remained calm and focused while quietly observing her influence grow. It's easy to picture her grinning at the mayhem as others become mired in trouble because she managed to stay out of the spotlight and establish herself as one of the league's biggest stars.
I still think she's got a big target on her back. I think players are definitely playing a little bit more aggressively with her, but this is basketball. It is professional sports. I think she's handled it gracefully. She is a generational talent. We know what time it is with Miss Caitlin Clark. Leading the WNBA in points per game, averaging 16 points per game, 5 boards and 6 assists. So I love what she's doing as a rookie.
The Indiana Fever fans have made it clear that they do not want to have any part of Chennedy Carter in their team's future. The team is currently focused on rebuilding their roster and creating a winning culture, so there is little room for the kinds of distractions Carter has been known to bring, even though her talent is undeniable. Fever fans are certain that she doesn't agree with the path the brand is headed because of her penchant for causing conflict on and off the court.
Number one topic in sports, the face of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Every time this woman steps on the court, she's doing something that we've never seen before. She is officially the face of the league. There's no doubt about it. The numbers don't lie, whether it's viewership, whether it's ticket attendance. She's doing sold out dates. She's selling out every single arena. And I don't mean the little girl arenas, I mean the big girl arenas, the NBA arenas. No disrespect to any Chicago Sky fan or Las Vegas Aces fans that are out there. When Caitlin Clark comes into play, they bring out the big girl arenas for her. Just check the fact.
As the team tries to form a cohesive unit around young stars, the leadership has made it clear that they want players who can embrace their roles, support one another, and contribute to a winning culture, qualities that Carter has yet to consistently demonstrate. One of the main arguments against Carter joining the Fever is her history of public disputes. Her recent criticism of Angel Reese, a teammate she spent an entire season with, has only fueled the fire among many Fever fans.
We know for a fact 100% they're not going to resign her, and it was confirmed today. And we kind of know why she's not coming back, according to reports. Now, according to multiple league sources, players were unhappy with the dynamic created in the locker room last year due to Chennedy Carter's behavior.
Fans of the Fever admire Clark not only for her skill on the court, but also for her attempts to improve the WNBA overall. Carter's refusal to recognize or encourage the league-wide advancements made by players like Clark has further distanced her from Indiana's fan base. Other WNBA teams may still see potential in Carter given her undeniable skills as a scorer and playmaker, but the Fever are looking for players who share their vision of teamwork growth and league advocacy qualities that don't seem to match Carter's approach. The Fever, in particular, are not in a position to take such a gamble. Instead, they are focused on laying the groundwork for long-term success, and any player who threatens to undermine that foundation is unlikely to be welcomed in Indiana.
Trying to tell you what to do. Hey, Kennedy, cut here, Kennedy. Hey, Kennedy, go back door here, Kennedy. Hey, Kennedy, you missed your defensive assignment here, and you know what, Kennedy Carter? I don't blame you. I would piece up those teammates too. Not only am I better than you, but how dare you tell me what to do? I'll see you in the locker room. Baraka.
While Carter's talent is undeniable, her history of conflict and controversy has made her an undesirable option for Indiana fans who are eager to see their team move forward rather than backward. The question now is whether Carter's firing from the sky will be the wake-up call she needs, or if this will be another chapter of drama. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe as discussions about her next move continue. The Fever are obviously not the best fit for her fans, who are passionate about protecting the team's culture and making sure that every roster decision aligns with their championship aspirations.